What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video, and today we're going to be doing a taper, a little bit of scissor trim off the top. Just going to get right into this right here. I'm going to drape the client here, throw in the next strip, brush out the hair. We're going to start off with that 1.5 wall guard. And I'm just going to start taking down bulk around the head first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 1.5 all the way around the head and fade up. And just to get all that side area cleaned up. So essentially what this is basically a low fade, low mid fade with a 1.5 guard. And this is just to get the sides cleaned up, you know. Some people don't want that complete bald fade look, so they want you to clean up the sides first and then hit them with the taper on the nape and temple area. And that's basically what we're doing right here. So I got that number 2 guard on, and we're going all the way back around the head. And then once we get done cleaning it up with the number 2, we're gonna go ahead and revert back to that 1.5 guard. And we're just gonna start opening the lever little by little and just knocking out that line that we have in between the 1 and the 2 guard. I'm sorry, the 1.5 and the 2 guard. I stand corrected on that one. Apologize. But you just want to make sure that you are brushing your hair in the direction that it needs to be laying down and going against the grain with your clippers to make sure that you're getting even cuts. Now the next thing we're going to hit it with is a number 3 guard up into the ridge area of the head. And we're just going to try to blend the sides with the top of the hair. So this is what I'm doing right here. I'm taking a number 3 and I'm not digging into the hair, but I'm just going straight up off the head basically. So this right here is the number 2, just slightly open just to get any bit of lines that we see out. And then we're going to hit it with the number 2 clipper over comb, and we're just going to completely blend the sides with the top of the hair. When you're using this clipper over comb technique, you want to make sure that you're going against the grain with the comb and then getting all the hair that sticks out of the teeth of the comb to make sure that you have that even blend. After we successfully get this clipper over comb part, now is the time we're going to hit them with that taper. So first off, we're going to get our ANDIS SLIMLINEs, and we're going to go ahead and make that initial bald line. And I'm just cleaning up the face right here, just making sure everything is bald. And so that's our initial guideline right here, our 0 line, and we're just going to clean that up completely. And we're going to bald it out with our ANDIS shavers and make sure that it is just silky smooth. Now, the next thing we're going to do is going to be taking no guard, lever open, and this essentially is going to be your half guard. And once I complete this right here, we're going to go ahead and slowly just open the lever up as we raise the fade up. And as you can see right here, we're taking up that line and it's blending nicely, blending like butter. And that's the whole goal when we're cutting hair here, is just to get that nice blend that people want to keep coming back to. Now we got the number 1 guard closed, and we're just going to make another section, another panel that we can fade out. And we're going to revert back to that half guard and just slowly open the lever like we did before. You know, with cutting hair, you want to find yourself a system and just follow that system and just, you know, perfect it. Well, not perfect, because we're never going to be perfect, but get that system down as much as you can. And that'll give you consistency in your haircuts. It'll speed up your time in haircuts, and it'll just overall make you better at your system. So what we just got done with was that 1.5 guard and created another panel. Now we got the 1 guard on, and we're just slowly opening the lever again. Now you can see here I have the 1.5 guard open, and we're just basically lever playing with it and just fading that into the side, the majority of the side, and just making sure that we have a nice even blend. Now you can see right here I have the 1 guard on, and I'm just, you know, opening and closing the lever in certain areas and just detailing the fade, the blend, and just making sure that it's super blurry. Now we're gonna go ahead and start the nape tape, and first off we're gonna bald out using our shavers. I apologize for not recording the 0 line portion of that, and we use the SLIMLINE for that. But right here I have the lever open, and we're just making a panel of hair to fade in. And so that's your lever open, which is your half guard basically. And right now we're just playing with the lever, slowly raising that fade. On this section of the haircut, I did this first panel and I didn't like how much the blend was extended. So what I did is I reworked the area after this portion right here. So I took the 1 guard, lever open, and we're just gonna create a panel of hair to fade. And then I ended up taking the half guard and just raising it higher, raising that guideline higher than what I did right here. So right here you can see the blend is extending even more after I take that half guard closed. And so with my NAPE tapes, I like to see a very full extension of the blend. I'm not a big fan of baby tapers, so to speak, that are real short blends. I like to see the graduation of the blend. You know, I like there to be a lot of gradiency so you can see how blurry the fade is actually getting. So right here we got the half guard, and we're just lever playing with that. So what we're gonna do is just slowly open the lever little by little and fade up and make sure that we have a nice clean blend. These steps are just repeated, you know, with anything that you do with fading. You want to make sure you just follow your steps, and you will put out consistent work. And with consistency brings clientele, because clients love a barber who can constantly give them the haircut that they want, and not just flip-flopping and giving them a different piece of work every different time. Clients love consistency. So right here we have the slim lines, and we're going to go ahead and edge up the nape area. We're going to make sure that it's super crispy. And there's nothing special about these slim lines. These are basically factory right out the box, no zero gap, and they just come out hitters. After that, we're going to go ahead and bald out this area. A lot of people use razor, but you know, I use a shaver. It does the same thing for me. We're just going to do the opposite side and make sure that we get a symmetry on that nape line. You want to make sure that you have both your sides even on both sides of the haircut. You want to be able to mirror the left and the right side. After we do this right here, we're going to go ahead and start the taper on the left side, which I'm going to time lapse because I already explained on the right side. Just basically follow your steps, make sure that you follow your process, and I guarantee that this will put you where you need to be every single time. You put the reps in and you'll get the weight up, just like if you were in the gym. And as you can see right here, we're just going to spread that blend up all the way up to the ridge, just like we did on the other side. And then after we do this part of the taper, we're going to go ahead and knock out the edge up around the ears, which I missed as I was doing the nape tape. But I like to do my tapers on both sides before I get around the ear, so I can see where I'm edging up and what I'm outlining, what it's looking like. And just a little side note, the clippers that I'm using are the WAHL Magic Clips. They are not zero gapped. I'm using the Finally Fresh premium guards. You can find them on Instagram at Finally Fresh, and there's a link to their website for those guards. They now have clear premium guards, they have blue premium guards, and they also have black WAHL premium magnetic guards as well, which is pretty cool. So you can see that I cleaned up around the ear with the ANDIS slim lines, and now I'm cleaning up over the ANDIS slim line and completely balding it out with the shaver. So those are the 3 clippers that I used throughout the duration of this haircut. So it's just 3 clippers and a $1.98 baby brush that I got from Sally's. So this just goes to show that, you know, you make the clippers don't make you. Yes, a lot of things will help you out with the job, but overall, your fading technique will be the tell-all, be-all of the situation. So right now we're knocking out the outline on the other side, opposite side of the haircut. And as you can see, this haircut is coming out just stupid blurry, which should be our goal every single time we put our hands on those clippers. So at this point right here, we're gonna go ahead and knock out the vertical bars of the edge up and the C-cup area. And after I do this here, we're gonna actually use the Beam Team XL today. But we'll get to that portion towards the end. Right now, we're gonna do the shear work. I'm not gonna edge up the front on this client. They prefer not to have the front edged up. So the client preference comes into play. But you also want to educate your clients if you see something that you think would look better, not look better, so to speak, but complement their look more than what they've been doing. You know, we didn't go to school for as many hours as we did to not put input in, our professional input, for what we think the haircut should look like or what would complement our client. So now with the shears, we're just going to start our initial guideline down the center of the head, and we're just going to cut off about 1 inch of hair down the middle. You want to make sure that you're making even cuts all the way down. And from this point, I go to the left side and I knock out hair on that left side, and I come to the right side and knock out hair on the right side using that middle guideline, taking off about 1 inch. And then now I'm going to go ahead and brush all that, or comb all that hair forward, and we're going to cross check the hair here. I want to make sure that we get even cuts from front to back, side to side. And that's the purpose of cross-checking, is just to make sure that you get whatever extra stragglers of hairs that you have still standing after you cut down the hair. Now, once we do this, we're going to do what we did on the right side to the left side. Like I talked about earlier in the video, you want to make sure that you have symmetry throughout your haircut, right and left side. You just make sure that you have even blends all the way around, and that's the purpose of cross-checking and also detailing and just taking pride over your overall piece of work that you're doing. So right here, we're going to go with the thinning shears, and we're just going to go ahead and blend in whatever bit of dark spots we have. Like I said, take pride in your work, because this is what these people, your clients, walk-ins, whatever person you are cutting is a walking billboard for your work. So just stay consistent, whether it's clipper, whether it's shears, whether it's razor work like we're doing right now, and we're just taking pride in every bit. And right now we're just going to do the C-cup, edge up, and the vertical bars. Make sure that it's razor sharp. We want to be precise in everything that we do. Right here we're using the Tune 45 triple cartridge razor holder. I got the Derby premium blades in there, and we're just making sure that this is super precise, sharp, crispy. And to add to the crispiness, we're going to go ahead and get that Beam Team XL. We're going to go ahead and add some enhancement to the vertical bars and the C-cup area, and just to make sure that it's nice and dark, nice and crispy. You want to put, go the extra mile for your clients, and your clients will go the extra mile for you. I guarantee that if you just stay loyal to your clients, dish out quality work every time, they will keep coming back. And please note, you've seen the haircut throughout the video. Blurry, crispy, every bit of the haircut. We're not covering up anything with this enhancement. We're not going over areas where we messed up. We're not, trying to fill in bald spots where we may have went too far with the trimmers or the razor. All we are doing is enhancing the work that is already there. And that is the purpose of enhancements, And there's a lot of topic discussions about hair enhancements and whether barbers should be using them or not. But if your client wants it, give the clients what they want. Threw some hair spritz on the front of the hair, give it a comb over style look. But there's the haircut, nice and blurry, nice and crispy. Hit it with the Beam Team XL. Shout out to Get Beamed, just showing out with the innovation for the barber industry. But that'll do it for the cut. That'll do it for the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, follow me on Instagram at Jayblends_. Peace.